You want to know the best tip I could give to anyone when it comes to their credit report? I've been looking at credit now since 1995, and it's safe to say, since then, I've seen thousands of credit reports. And whether you're looking to rent an apartment, buy a house, buy a car, open a credit card, take out a personal loan, get a job, some employers are going to check your credit. If you trying to get a utility account open for the apartment you just rented, house you just bought, they might check your credit. If you're trying to get insurance, depending what state you live in, they may very well pull your credit. So plenty of reasons why you need to know what's going on with your credit at all times. And so my tip is simply monitor your credit. It's super easy to do. There's many options to go about it. Yet I'm really surprised at the number of people that I encounter on a regular basis that have no idea what's going on with their credit report, and maybe at best have a credit score that they got through their credit card company. Okay, so you can do this for free, and you can also pay to monitor your credit. You might say, why would I pay for something if I could get it for free? That's a great question. It's a matter of what level of monitoring that you want and what type of protection you want for your credit report. So on the free side, you have annualcreditreport.com. As the name implies, you're going to see your credit report on an annual basis. It's a start, but you really need to look at your credit on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, maybe more than once a month. So that being said, you can hop over to Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. It's the three credit bureaus that each offer some level of credit monitoring and free credit monitoring, that is. I think the most common platform that most are on these days is Credit Karma. Now, here's a few things to know about Credit Karma. You're going to see Equifax and you're going to see TransUnion. You won't see Experian. And as far as scores, you're going to see a Vantage score, not a FICO score. And Vantage scores date back to 2006, whereas FICO scores are an older model from 1989. And FICO score is what's used by most creditors to render credit decisions if you apply for financing. So something like 90% of creditors will use FICO scores. So that being said, I do think Credit Karma is a great platform. It is free, gives you regular access to your credit, but you really want to see all three credit bureaus, and you do want to see more than just your Vantage scores. You want to see FICO scores, and you want to see multiple versions of your FICO score. So on the paid monitoring side, you can go through, again, the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. Hop on their website. There's a few plans to choose from, depending on what level of service that you want. But my personal choice is myfico.com. With MyFICO, you'll see all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. But the really cool thing about MyFICO is you see multiple versions of your credit score, the consumer score, the auto finance score, the credit card score. You see several versions of each. There's something like 13 versions of your credit score on MyFICO. But the most important from my aspect is mortgage scores. Mortgage scores utilize FICO 542. It's an older model. The consumer score that many people see these days, I think, is FICO 8. But there's FICO 9, there's FICO 10, and those score versions are available on myfico.com. Now, when it comes to mortgage scores, since they do skew lower than the other versions of scores, it's really important if you're thinking about buying a home, refinancing your mortgage, that you know where your scores are. And whether that's something you're planning to do right now or you're planning to do 6 months, 12 months down the road. And if you're monitoring your credit, studies do show that consumers who monitor their credit do see significant improvements in their credit. And the reason is they see what's going on, and there's also tools available to show you how you could improve your credit. So Credit Karma, MyFICO, I think are two great choices. I'm on both myself. It seems to me that I have received more updates when it comes to MyFICO than I see with Credit Karma. And again, I'm seeing all three credit scores. Credit Karma does provide identity theft monitoring, but at this point in time, it doesn't seem like they supply any type of credit identity theft insurance or restoration. With MyFICO, there is identity theft insurance and restoration available as part of their service. So check them both out. If you have any questions at all, if I can help you out any way with your credit, please reach out. Just click on that link tree in my bio.